All right. So I just woke up. All right, birthday Hawa, birthday Hawa Shy, birthday Hawa, birthday Hawa Shy, birthday Hawa, birthday Hawa Shy, call Hawaii and Wahawa, Alhaida, Yahweh, Bashim Shy, Bashim Kakudash. Bless you, Yahweh. Bless you in the name of the only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. In the name of the Spirit Holy, or Holy Spirit. All praises, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh Hashem Al Shai, Bashim Kakadash, Allah, wa Yahweh, Allah, Yahweh Shai, which is praise Yahweh, and praises only God, Son, Yahweh Shai. Of course, giving double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops, great millstone, well. Peace and salutation, Allah Bachayari, Rashal Yasha'Allah, be in peace to the election, the first fruits, the choicest parts that whom the Lord have mercy upon in these times. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners, like unto the speckled bird as well, that look like the heathen nations where they've been scattered to, but lineage go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right, Shabbat Mafan is a Mappa. Mayan got Butler Cup Makana from the Great Millstone Camp, specifically playing tables in the city of Philadelphia. About I'm Lamadi Ma'ait, come on, lesson little or read lesson. This lesson is just a quick one off of an article in which I had seen or news reporting that I seen pertaining to a gas stove ban, in which I'm just gonna Google that. And it says, and this is 12 hours ago, that Biden, which is your president, your commander in chief, um, your emperor, uh, Joe Biden, is not in favor of, well, well, that's what he's saying. Slocky, this one is saying he's not in favor on gas stove, uh, the ban on gas stoves, but we know that he's nothing but as we go into a controlled vessel by the elites to do the elites work. Okay, simple as that. Um, it don't matter what he thinks, because as it says that there's a proposal, um, to pretty much ban products, that pretty much you're gonna use like using of natural gas and stuff. And nature, I have to probably find a news article in general, but they're talking about how the methane gases, um, are hazardous. These different pollutants are um, um, moving towards what climate change. So they ought to get rid of this and move towards electric. Okay, they're claiming it to be a one agent U.S. agency examined the secret pollutant source in 40 million homes. Gas stoves. Gas stoves don't face ban from the Biden administration. You got one restaurant owner. Well, actually, there's multiple because I see another restaurant owner, and he was cooking abominations, and he mentioned how if they ban gas stove, that as he mentioned that blue flame, that coveted blue flame, he would close everything down because pretty much the use of gas stove is within his um, the recipe is just a different taste that is for when you do cook with gas opposed to another way, which would be electric. Okay, so So yeah, and this is going by probably bureaucracy, most likely these different offices. Okay, the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission will move to regulate gas stove as new research links to childhood asthma. Federal agent says that the ban on gas stoves is on the table, rising amid concerns of harmful indoor air pollutants emitted by the appliances. Consumer Product Safety Commission plans to take action to address the pollution, which can cause health and respiratory problems. This is a hidden hazard. Um, Says particularly this man Richard Trumpka Jr. agency commissioner said in an interview, any option is on the table. Products that can't be made safe can be banned. That natural gas stoves, which are used in about 40% of homes in the United States, emit air pollutants such as nitrogen dioxide, carbon monoxide, and fine particulate matters at levels the EPA or I think that's the Environmental Protection Agency, the World Health or the WHO organization have said are unsafe and linked to respiratory illnesses, cardiovascular problems, cancer, and other health conditions. Okay, so this is the guise of what they're saying, but when you look really and the agenda of the it's like yeah, you look at the agenda in which the leader pushing, they pushing mainly the usage of fossil fuels. Okay, as energy, etc. So the vast majority of natural gas in the United States is considered a fossil fuel because it is made from sources formed over millions of years by the action of heat pressure on organic materials. Alternatively, renewable energy gas or RNG, also known as biomethane, is pipeline quality vehicle fuel. And you have it with some of these different organizations, which is just all confusion. Because some organizations say that natural gas is a relatively clean burning fossil fuel. Burning natural gas for energy results in fewer emissions. Yeah, you have where they have different pros and cons. Natural gas is abundant and a majority source of energy. The infrastructure is in place. Natural gas is easily transported, and natural gas produces less overall pollution. That's what they're saying. But with the new, um, uh, what they want, they don't want the use of that. Okay, and June 2030, natural gas. So, of course, they want to bring forth a change to the world. You know, you have the Agenda 2030 for sustainable development and such, and things that are seen as unsustainable. Like they say that in their vision, um, they speak about a world where we affirm our commitments regarding the human rights to safe drinking water and sanitation, and where there is improved hygiene and food is sufficient, safe, affordable, and nutritious. A world where human habits are safe. Yeah, they deem it, of course, the use of natural gas is unsafe. So if you were to continue to use natural gas stove, etc., you'll be in violation. You'll be obviously penalized in the world in which we're moving fastly towards. Which you know, hey, from the Ra'ash, you had use of fire, just straight up natural gas, or fire, whatever, you know. So Slakia, it says affordable, reliable, and sustainable energy. Okay, a world in where every woman and girl enjoys full gender equality and all legal, social, economic barriers to empowerment have been removed. A just, equitable, tolerant, open, socially inclusive world in which the needs of the most vulnerable are met. Okay, so you have it, these different visions that they have. So, obviously Esau on the left hand side, he is you know, he wanna prophesy, he wanna fortune tell, but he's a false prophet. Okay. Simple as that. They have different goals. Goal number 12 is to ensure sustainable consumption and production patterns. Um, to take, and goal 13 is to take urgent action to combat climate change and its impacts. Conserve the sustainable use of ocean, seas, and marine resources for sustainable development. Um, so these are just some of the things, man. And they go into it in in specific in each particular goal when you go on this website. So, what we'll do, I'm gonna see if I can go back to Zero Hedge. It's weird. Gas Association says a possible ban on a gas stove is reckless, not based on sound science. Okay, so here's that. Esau being a house divided. But y'all get that precept. You have these different conflicting opinions on things, and you have various whistleblowers giving out the information. You know, that's combating to the information that's given to the masses. All right, so you got certain professionals that have researched this and came to the conclusion based on actual testing. Okay, so and let's go into the particular precept. This is going to be the book of Matthew's 12 and 26. All right, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 12, and verse 26. And it says, we're starting at verse 25. It says, And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. In America, And obviously, it's various, the B system in general, right? NATO and the EU, um, North Atlantic Treaty Organization, the EU, the various European Union um, members and such. You know, Babylon. Uh, these Edomites and their counterparts, they're divided. Okay, it says that every kingdom that is divided against itself, so there's a sever, and they have different differences in opinions. Okay, is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. So this place cannot stand. It said, thus said Yahweh Shai. And if Satan cast out of Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? It can't. Okay. So, um, go back to this. Just bringing out the confusion. You got two different opinions that's out there, right? So called. It says the American Gas Association, or AGA, has taken aim at what it calls reckless potential ban on gas stoves, and said the report linking to the use of natural gas cooking with asthma is not substantiated by sound science. But you see me reading the other source, contrary. It says that the AGA represents more than 200 local energy companies that deliver natural gas to more than 73 million customers throughout the United States. Um, it says in a statement on January the 10th, the association criticized the research in the International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health that linked indoor gas stoves with the increased risk of respiratory illnesses with asthma in children. The research was led by researchers at RMI, an organization that advocates for climate friendly, carbon free buildings and other environmental groups. So, wouldn't this be what? Bias towards uh, that agenda? Because the researchers, that are led by, they advocate, the climate friendly thing. So if they say and are finding that, oh well, we actually found that hey, it's not that much of a risk. um if they reported that, that would go against the climate uh friendly agenda, that prescribes himself. Says the research, which had been peer reviewed, concluded that 12.7% of current childhood asthma nationwide is attributed to a gas stove. And the AGA, in its statement on Tuesday, took aim at a report noting that any discussion per, or perpetuation of allegation in this report, which is funded by non-governmental organizations to advance their agenda to remove consumer energy choice and option of natural gas, is reckless, right? The authors conducted no measure or test based on real life appliance usage and ignored including one study of data connected from more than 500 children or 500,000 children in 47 countries that detected no evidence of an association between the use of gas as a cooking fuel and either asthma symptoms or asthma diagnosis. The statement read, the literature the AGA is referring to be titled "Cooking Fossil Fuels and Prevalence of Asthma: A Global Analysis of Phase 3 of International Study of Asthma and Allergies in Childhood." And it was published in 2013. That study is based on data collected between 1999 and 2004 among parents of 512, 100,000, and 707 primary, second dairy school children in 47 countries via written questionnaires. Right, written questionnaires. Somebody just like, okay, any allegation that gas stoves exceed standards set by Environmental Protection Agency and the WHO is patiently false, AGA wrote. Regulators like the Consumer Product Safety Commission should rely on real data and science, not unsustainable claims of advocates. And that's where you have, where, um, the bureaucracy. Well, you have all of these different, well, you have it where all of these organizations, which should be outside of the government, are actually setting forth government policy, leading the way. You know, so and that's where the confusion lies, man. Because someone that is based on and connected to the agenda can influence change that affects the greater whole, and despite uh, the flawed testing or the flawed science, okay, their experiment attempts to generate consumer fears with baseless allegations to justify the banning of natural gas is misguided agenda that will not improve the environment of the health and consumers and would saddle the vulnerability population with significant costs. The statement added natural gas stoves are estimated to be used in roughly 40% of all U.S. homes, although their usage increased to around 70% in states such as California and New Jersey. According to the AGA, the natural gas utilities have reduced their greenhouse gas emissions by 69%. 66 would be the 9 upside down. But since 1990, it helped homeowners reduce their carbon emissions 1.2% every year. You have it where they have I think in California, I got to see if it's already in effect, but they're moving towards the banning of small gas power equipment, for landscaping. So this agenda is only going to continue uh, to progress to what they want it to be. All right, but like I say, a lot of this stuff with the infrastructure that they so-called want to be ready for is not ready now. So encourage it now is just prepping you for when they just all out ban it and such. Which is gonna make it difficult for many people. You can't afford these different things. You know, everything being tied to a smart grid, etc. So let me get Isaiah, the 5th chapter. I think it's Isaiah 5. Let's see. Isaiah. And the scripture say there's no in Isaiah chapter 57 and 21. There is no peace, said the Most High, said my God or my power to the wicked. All right, so them thinking that they're gonna get to a place of peace and sustainability by putting forth all these different regulations and bans on things they've been consuming and doing for you know uh, decades and etc. You know, for years. It's confusion. All right. This is it's a lot of good precepts. Isaiah chapter 5. I believe it was Isaiah 5. I'm not looking at Isaiah 5. I was looking at Song of Solomon, so I can murder me. Isaiah chapter 5 and going into verse 21. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own eyes. All right, you have these different counsels that are wise in their own eyes. Okay, but it's only because the wisdom is given from the wicked to promote that wickedness or them certain evils. The evils will bring evils to or bad times to certain people. Well, if a person, like I said, they just can't get pay for a gas stove. You'll hear that they might give somebody like maybe possibly a voucher for some percentages off of something. But like I said, you have some people that have the preference of actually cooking with gas. All right. And, the freedoms, the liberties that you had are going to be stripped in these times to come. Right. It says, woe unto them that are mighty to drink wine and men of strength to mingle strong drink, which justify the wicked for reward and take away the righteousness of the righteous from him. All right, and these different philosophies, all right, that promote it, they cause you to follow after, to be intoxicated by them, and like I say, a lot of these different things are actually, some, like I said, some of these things are not even evil to begin with, and you have it that they make you have to follow these different laws and decrees, because that is in their image best, interest. Okay, let's go to the book of Revelation. Also, the scriptures say in 2 Corinthians, I think that's 2:11, least Satan should get advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices, his pneuma, which is different evil plots and such. We know of it because the Lord get revealed the secrets unto the servants of prophets, so we know how it's going. And we don't think it's far fetched that man would ban all of these things that most people do conventionally. All right, like I was blown away of even just seeing they call it the induction. What is it, like the heat induction? It's like the infrared heating. It's electric powered. And seeing that you can use that, it was just like literally a glass element, and it's like glass, and you set the thing on top, and it heats up. And I was just like, wow. Yeah, I mean, it could be make it a bit tighty than having a different gas stove and such. But like I say, most people don't eventually use that. They used to gas. All right, conventional ways. So this is Revelation chapter 12 and 12. Uh, Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell therein them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and the sea, for the devil is come down to you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have a short time. So of course Esau, Edom, knowing he got a short time, he's going to try to push forth his agendas. All right. This stuff gonna happen quick. Don't get confused that Biden saying that, oh well, I tell you never to trust thine enemy anyway. Don't sit there and be like, oh well, Biden says that his administration isn't for the ban on gas stoves. Well, you had the World Economic Forum. You have obviously the countries in which lead the world, and America's one of them that have to be forerunners for what they do push. All right, it's the book of Psalms 119 and verse 58. It's like it 119 and 158. I beheld the transgressors and was grieved because they kept not thy word. All right. And hey, the word of the Lord is cast behind uh Esau, Edom, the wicked. Okay, they put it behind themselves. They esteem it to be a thing of nothing. So, you know, um hey man, it grieves us, because it's the way of righteousness, and they don't follow that, you know. But let's do this spirit. All praise to Yahweh Shema Shabbat Shem Kagadush, and double honors to the elder apostles and Manatazakim, bishops, overseers of Great Millstone World, Peace, Citation, Elect. Shalom to the next lesson. Remember, Great Millstone Daily Bread 411 is currently in a strike, so you have to watch the videos here on GMS Truth One. Shalom.